you are around the world. It is a good morning this Thursday, 8th, 2024. Thursday, the 8th of August, 2024. It's another day, another dollar. God damn it. Ready to conquer the world, aren't you? Aren't you ready to go out there and just take it over? Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. That's what it's all about. So welcome to this side of heaven. It's a good day. It's a good day. The day is looking promising. The day is looking, but I suspect there's going to be a lot of internet. Ile kunyonga internet leo. Thursday is a big day. It's Nane Nane for our movement. It's a big day. But I suspect they're going to nyonga. They're going to be like, let's nyonga some internet for these guys. I was very happy to see Casmuel somewhere in the streets sitting with guys, and he was, putting forth his points, and I was like, this guy has understood the assignment. He's totally understood the assignment. Quick, fast. You go to where the people are. That's how you play that game. Casmuel is a real politician. He knows how to hype it up. He knows how to, to pump up a crowd. He's a real politician, my guy. I look at all that and I'm like, very interesting way of approaching things. Because some of us are born like entrepreneurs. Some of us are just born to follow. They have no problem following. Like now, an entrepreneur is a very difficult individual. He has a problem following. That guy, if you employ him, he's going to come into your office, into your business, study your business, and in 6 months or a year, he's going to go out and start a business just like yours. You know that, right? It's standard. Yeah. So that's why we used to like, as Kenya, we used to like employing Kambas. Kambas were very nice employees. Because a Kamba steals small. A Kamba would steal very, very tiny. It was not big stealing, it was small stealing. The Kikuyu was a headache because the Kikuyu would come, study your business, steal all your stock, go start an identical business. The Luo was good, but he didn't want to work for entrepreneurs. He wanted to work for Gava. He wanted to work for, these established companies where the word manager means something. It comes even with a card. So that you can be sitting somewhere and say, hey, by the way, I don't know whether you can access some financing. I am the manager at KCB Nairobi West Branch. Hey, you're like, God damn. So they liked that kind of thing. The Luyas didn't give a shit. Luyas were just being Luyas, There's not much they really bring to the table. Luyas will follow the strongest person. Who are you? Just be the strongest. The Luya will follow you. Then, these days they have changed. We're not tribalists anymore. These days you can't even tell who is a who. It says you can see a Kikuyu chick with a diab and it's natural. You're like, hey, wait a minute. 2 generations ago, this was a flatron. You're telling me this is a Kikuyu bodyguard. So all that doesn't make sense anymore. All that tribalism, all that was 1980s bullshit. These days we're so mixed, Yani. It doesn't even make a difference. Now the only separation comes in ideologies. What do you believe in? What do I believe in? Or rather, what do you think is right? What do I think is right? Like now the way people are pro-abortion versus anti-abortion. Some people think, we should give the babies a chance. Let the baby come to this world and, hustle and try and make its life better, So others are like, if you have a problem with the pregnancy, get rid of it immediately. And there's really no good or bad if you think about it. If you take a position, you've just lost. Once you take a position, bro, you've lost the argument. Because there's really no good or bad. Why would you take a certain position unless it is for the interest of everybody? You see what I mean? The position must be in the interest of everybody. You as an individual, why would you have a problem with what people are doing? But when you become a leader now, you'll have to take the interest of everybody and say, okay, so what do everybody want? Now, the way they do it in Saudi Arabia, they say, oh, everybody here wants, there's nothing like that. And they're like, okay, so here you don't do that shit. It's Nane Nane day. It's Nane Nane day. Are you in the streets? Have you started your mandamano? I saw the energy yesterday and I was like, man, this is good energy. Very good energy. I wish I had that kind of energy right now. At your energy, you guys, I'm willing to, no, I just wish I had that energy. That is some good energy. Whoever is in the streets, bro, I tip my hat to you. If you're out in the streets today, if you're doing the Nane Nane and you're out there wanting what's best for this country, I tip my hat to you this day. You are a true patriot. And when the history of this country is written, may they remember you. 100%. May they remember you, bro. All those people who are out in the streets, may history favor you, bro. May they talk about you well. The way we talk about all the people who fought for our liberation, may they talk about you guys. You guys have done the most. You deserve all the kudos you can get. Everything that is coming to you. And I believe that with all of my evil, dark heart. Because you get what you fight for. So fight for it. Make sure you get what you fight for. And never stop fighting. Never, ever stop fighting for what it is that you believe in. Never, ever let anyone stop you from fighting for what you believe in. That's it. Whichever side of the aisle you are, even Ruto, fight for what you believe in. So whoever wins, at least we'll know where we stand with you. We'll know this is a fighter. But if you do mean it, then show us what you mean. We have to have a conclusion. We have to. We have to have a conclusion. We must have, even in boxing, those 12 rounds must come to an end at some point. So if you don't knock each other out within the 12 rounds, at the 12th round, they'll say, okay, now we've reached the 12th round. None of you could knock each other out. Now we have to go to the judges. And that time you hope that you've paid the judges so that judges can look favorably upon you. But if you're anyone, not just a Gen Z, anyone who believes strongly in what it is that you are agitating for, to the point where you find yourself in the streets today, I tip my hat to you. You guys have done a great thing. It's amazing. Sisi hatukuwa nayo Makende. We didn't have those balls. Us guys are traumatized. We didn't have those balls. So you guys, this is your moment. Let me say hi to a couple of people first before I start this shit. I see Morio's already in the house. Camden, good to see you. There's somebody called Mix Daily. I don't know who she is, but she's always giving me a thumbs up. I see Samuel is also here. Good to see you, Samuel. Anthony, as always, is somewhere in the bottom. Starting from the bottom. Now we're here. Taleb, good to see you, Taleb. Harry Nata, good to see you, Harry Nata, as well. Who else is here? Tim, yeah, Tim looks like a porn star. The chest out. Whatever it is that you're given, you must use. If you're given a big dick, you must use it. CPA Kriago, I see you, bro. Sam Sirma, good photo. That's good profile photo. Very nice. Who else is here? Let's see. Mukabane. Very nice. Also a good profile photo. Nice. Good, strong. You know, even when you DM a chick, hakuna aibu. There is no embarrassment when you're DMing a chick when you have a good, nice profile photo. Strong, confident. She's going to be like, hey, who is this guy who's so confident? Yeah, I'm not hiding. I'm not taking a photo which is, I'm 50 meters away, standing next to a you can't even tell which car it is. Then you say, that's me. Fuck you. Let's keep going. Don Pablo, I see you. Good to see you, man. Karue, you never came back to give us. I think Karue misread this whole thing. That's why he's embarrassed to come back. Karue, you can come back. I can offer you a safe passage. Who else do I see here? I see Effie. Effie is good looking, nice, strong photo. Effie, very nice. Hey, you know what you're getting. Yeah, she's put everything there. You know what you're getting. Very nice. Even Patricia, look at Patricia. Very nice, Patricia. I like that photo. Kwamboka is black and white. I don't understand why you'd put a black and white photo as a woman. You see, for men, you can play around with that shit. But for a woman, you are on total display to the world. Don't you want us to want you? Hey. God's will, I see you. Yeah, too many people. Oh, Sherry from yesterday. Good to see you, Sherry Nafta. Washira. See one more person. Will I, the gods present before us today? DJ Luke. DJ Luke akona picha mzuri sana. Very nice. DJ Luke. Flames Drip as well. I see you. Thank you for joining this wonderful space, this show. Now, today, this show is for diaspora, okay? There are a lot of people who are in the diaspora who listen to this show. They may not have a chance to be on the streets. So they come here and we congregate. So for all you haters who are out there, I want you to understand that you can hate all you want, but this show will be here every day as long as I'm alive. Okay, no, not every day. Come on, that's just ridiculous. Okay, let's say every other day. Okay, no, let's just say every day that I want. That's a better way. Huh? Every day that I want. Because these motherfuckers, if you allow them, they can push you to a wall, I swear. Yeah, someone come and tell me, hey, kesho musifungue space. What are you telling me? Who the fuck do you think you are? Telling me what to do, ati tusifungue space. Kwani nilikuwa nafungua juu yako? Think, do I look like I work for you or what? What's wrong with you? Human beings, you need to know where your boundaries are before you get beat down. Get a beat down like crazy. Punks jump up to get beat down. Who's this? Kijana ya mkurugenzi, unasemaje? Acha tutoe huyo because akona ujinga. Who else is here? The last scene, are you there? Ukona ka usense kidogo. Aisha City hustle. Imagine somebody come and tell me that, hey, you know what? I should not open a space because people will be on the streets. No, you go to the streets. You go to the street and you do what you want to do for yourself. Don't tell us what we should do. No. Who the fuck are you? Who paid you to be my father? Imagine if my dad was to call me. There's once he called me when I started doing content in 2015. So you guys had done a hot, I think I was on the rooftop. is it 2015 or 2016? I was on the rooftop. And I'd done a hot clip, you guys. I don't know what I'd said. It was hot. It was moving everywhere. And this thing was embarrassing me because of how hot it was. So he calls me, tells me, hey, Daddy, I was told by my friend that you have done some crazy content out there and you said some crazy shit. I was like, hey, father. I call him Fafa. So I said, Fafa, do you know that all the money that I send you comes from that crazy shit that you're talking about? So you decide. Should I stop it? Should I? Father dearest, Fafa, should I stop doing content? So when I hear some people trying to intrude into somebody's life, I'm like, why the fuck would you think that that's something that people would do? Imagine if you got just yes men around you, just because of a little intimidation. Kill me. Let's start from there, bro, because once I'm dead, I'm dead. I don't know that I'm dead. So it's not that I'm going to be in perpetual pain. Anyway, what are we doing here? Good to see you, Anthony. How are you?
I'm good, Kibe. How are you? How is everyone?
How is Kirinyaga?
Kirinyaga is cool. It's raining. Nothing like maandamano here.
Oh, all the people are in Nairobi.
All the people are in Nairobi, man.
What do you see?
It's going to be a big
Look through your crystal ball. What are you seeing?
I think it's going to be a big one. I think it might surprise. You know, Nikama, it's like the president is saying, Nane Nane, you guys are doing your thing. Namina Soyarin cabinet. You know, we are both flexing. But I think this one is going to be a big one. I don't know. Because I'm saying that in Nairobi, people, there's activity, man. But let's see. But whoever loses this one, I will need some major realignments. That's it, Kibe. My crystal ball tells me it will be a big one. I think guys will go home at around 7, and that's it.
So are there winners and losers? Are there winners and losers?
If the guys hold and don't go home, if that drive is there, surely there will be winners. They will win this thing. If they go home, the president is winning this thing. And we have to go back and do what we've been running away from doing. We have to show our head. This thing of saying we don't have a head will end today. No matter how. If we win, the leader will come out. If we lose, a leader will have to come out.
Right. Okay. In fact, let's go down the crystal ball way now that Anthony has started it off. Ali, look into our crystal ball and tell us what you see for today.
Mimi husema kila siku ngoma ya watoto haikeshi. You know what that means, Kibe? It means that
But go on.
Watoto, the energy in it dies very fast. It flaps up. It's rowdy. They have ideas. They want to do big things. Then I think they lose focus or they lose the energy in the midway. So it's only they was there because they are composed and they're experienced and they've been there for long. They know how to handle situations. They'll know how to manage them. It's just like a father. A father will always, a rowdy kid at the end of the day, hata mshinda babaki akili. Baba will always find a way of maintaining that family and put it back into order. And that is exactly what is happening now. The General X is finding a way. They found a solution. Bring in the opposition, give them a handshake, cool the situation, let the Gen Z make noise. At the end of the day, they'll go back to their parents, watakuwa wamepikiwa chakula yao, and the life is going on. And that's what is the Gen Z, the energy is not as the same as how it started. They've lost focus, they've lost the energy, they've lost the ideas. The Generation has managed to maintain their cool. They found a solution. They did a script and it worked, and they tried it and it worked. And you can see, we've just seen the status. The CS have already been they were vetted, and they've taken their oath, and business will go back to normal. Tomorrow, business will be back as usual. Just make noise. Business will be disrupted today. Nothing will happen. We'll see them running with the police as usual. Make noise. Tomorrow is a Friday. Business will be back to normal. There's nothing much is going to happen. I don't see any change. The change was there at the beginning when Ruto sacked the CSs. That was a big move. They should have taken advantage of that one, but they didn't. They took a wrong turn, and everything happened the wrong way. So just wait. It's just a matter of wait and see. But there's nothing which is going to happen. That's what I see in my crystal ball. Kibe, are you there? It's a sad reality. We really want.
So no. I got your crystal ball. So you say nguvu ya hebu rudia hiyo statement ya Kiswahili ile.
Ngoma ya vijana haikeshi. That means
so unaona hii ngoma imekesha sana, ama wasema nini Mswahili wetu?
Hii ngoma haikeshi because wasema ngoma kwa sababu remember this statement came during the we used to have these nights, wedding nights, overnight dances. So we could see that the youth will come dance very fast, and they do all the acrobatic dances, show off their style, the new styles. But when it reaches midnight, they go back to sleep because the energy is dead. No,
ndio nakuuliza unaona hii ngoma imekesha sana au vipi?
Imechezwa sana, haina mpangilio, ndio sababu haikeshi. We can't see the future of this dance. It has already dead, the future for it.
Okay.
We really want
okay. All right. Okay. Hold on, Ali. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. Karue.
Hey, Kibe.
Hey, Mr. Predictor.
Are you saying I ran off because I'm embarrassed?
Well, I don't know what you say that didn't come to pass. So don't be embarrassed. It's okay. You can come back.
No, on the contrary. Actually, everything I've predicted has come to fruit. The reason I don't like jumping on daily is for two reasons, actually. Because one, I don't want to sound like a party pooper. Like you see, I'm deflating the revolution.
No, so do this. Today we have a crystal ball, okay?
Uh-huh.
You just look into the crystal ball and tell us what you see for today only. Nane Nane. Go. Well, maybe take a few minutes, 2 or 3 minutes.
By 5 Gioni, things will be back to normal. It's not even at a C6. By 5 Gioni, nothing will happen. It's that simple. And remember, like, from the first time I jumped on here, I said every revolution needs two things: a powder keg, ignition. Hii paper revolution yenu iko na a lot of ignition, but there's no powder keg. By 5 Gioni, things will be back to normal. That's my prediction.
Leroy.
Kife!
That's what's up.
You know, actually, what's up, Kibe? How is Diani? Diani, mbona umeambia watu leo is a movie from Diani. Hey, you know, the first time I interacted with your video,
We lost you, Leroy. Amanda happy, say. All right, Jimmy. As Leroy gets his act together.
Hey, Kibe Mambo.
Fiti, unasemaje? Can you see it down or inside our crystal ball and tell us what you see for today?
Some of us, we are downgrading this movement, and we might think that in end up down, but I feel inaweza kuwa energized with the enemies of Ruto, the real enemies of Ruto. And the real enemies of Ruto I'm talking about is Uhuru Kenyatta, Gachagua, the Moses Kuria. We might think that it's going down, back up ikae kitu kingine kubwa sana. But at the moment, to get the president out, because the agenda now people are out the street is like they want the Bangladesh way, like they want Ruto out of government, which is not a thing of 1 minute or something like we can take like that. It's something so serious, and deaths might occur. And I also pity some few people who just because their friends are out, they are also out. But keeping my point is, let us not downgrade it. We never know what will come out of it, and we don't know the forces behind everything. You might think that it's a joke, but you find that something that has erupted that is serious. But I also think about, what if good Ruto goes? Let me say, if Rutoism goes, what do you think this General Hariri will do? He'll do nothing, and it will be coup after coup, and we will degenerate ourselves. Despite that, yes, these people are showing opulence and also stealing our money. It's even more worse when the constitution will be put aside, and now the Jeshi will take over. It will be even more worse. Even our businesses will stop. Nothing will be able to run well. But I figured out, like, let us not downgrade it that much at like by 5 itakuwa imeisha. Let us not downgrade it that much, because even if ile time tulianzanga mapema, no one knew. We only said like, hii ni maandamano tu ya kawaida, but you saw what it erupted to. And also we might think this one is just something that will end up. Ukiangalia kwanza hii maandamano imekuwa different kidogo kwanza ya leo. Unaona watu walikuwa wamefika saa ngapi? Very early in the morning. By 7 people were 8. Tiaga zilikuwa ishaanza kurushwa. Hii maandamano ingine tunaanzanga by saa 6 huko, sasa ndio tiaga sasa tunaanza kuzisikia 11. But this one, I think it's different a bit. And also there are some forces. Kibe, just acknowledge there are some forces which are behind this thing. And those forces, they have power, and also they have money, they have an influence. I'm an Kibe.
All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Jimmy ametupatia crystal ball moment yake. Can we get a crystal ball moment from kijana ya mkurugenzi?
Hello Kibe, ni aje?
Fiti.
Mko fiti. So okay, mine itakuwa short na straight. So si tushafika hapa hivi. Okay, mimi huwa hapa all soaps. Nishafika tao, but wase tuko iko tu calm venye wase wako. So mimi niko ready. Mimi ni number 1 protesters manze. Yeah, but sioni wase tu wako, sioni wase huku hivi. Sound nilikuwa nasema tu wenye wako nyumbani tu, kaunaweza tu waambie watokee, itakuwa tu a blessing manze. Yangu ilikuwa tu hiyo short. Yeah.
Aya, hebu fanya hivi. Hebu waambie watokee. Say it with your own voice.
Manze, majamaa mtokee. Si tuko hapa hivi na kila kitu na run tu. Yaani kila msetu wako, hakuna kitu iko venye tu kuna kuanga, wasetu wako mashughuli zao. Manze tutokee. Lazima leo Nane Nane ikue memory, na lazima wewe msiende chini, si ati nini. Leo acha niwaambie majamaa. Leo si ati tunamshukisha chini. Hiyo mtu yenye ako juu ndo tunakata. Ashuke. Leo mtokee manze, si tushafika hapa hivi, tuko ready. Na today imagine leo it's a peaceful one na ndo ya mwisho. So lazima tu make a memory, lazima tu create a memory manze. Yeah man, shukran sana Kibe kwa this time umenipatia.
Good stuff. Thank you very much kijana ya mkurugenzi.
Yeah, man.
All the best. All the best today, man. All the best.
Shukran Kibe.
All right. Oh, yeah. Very nice. Okay. So him is on the ground making things happen. The rest of us are crystal balling. That's very different. Him is on the ground saying, I'm on the ground. I'm here to make my life happen. My God. Hey, are you hearing that enthusiasm? I mean, I don't know, man. It's who else had that enthusiasm? Anthony, when was the last time you had such enthusiasm for something? And ikakutoa mahali ulikuwa ukaenda, apart from sasa mapoko na pombe, nini ingine ututoa? Nothing. We don't fight for any causes. We do nothing about anything, bro. Kile kitu tutoa kwa hao ni madem na pombe. That's it. These guys are saying, I'm in town. I'm calling everybody, come to Tao. Us guys are ready. Fucking hell. Give these Gen Zs everything. Umeteki Gen Z wa Bangladesh. They're sweeping the streets. I'm like, what the hell is going on there? They are rebuilding their own country. We got this. We got this. It's okay. Don't worry. Us guys got you. Shit. All right. Who else do we have here? Mm-hmm.
But you know, Kibe, the difference between us and Bangladesh was simple. You know, Bangladesh was organized. No ule wa Granam Bank. You know that Nobel laureate guy. You know, he believes in the bottom up. You know how you restructure something from the bottom. That's how even his bank is structured. So for them, they were fighting for a cause and they had a plan. For us, we have a cause, but we don't have a plan. That's the difference.
You know what I have seen. As soon as you said that, Anthony, a very heavy weight has fallen on me. A very heavy. I don't know why I just felt a very heavy weight on me. I'm just like, you know what we need to do, Anthony? We need to put our ambition aside, and we install a guy. That's what we need to do. Samuel, what's on your mind?
Kibe, good morning.
Go ahead.
Good morning, Anthony, and everyone else hapa. Manze Kibe, what's on my mind hapa ni kwamba this is just like any other crisis, like everyone perceive. The Gen Z look at a crisis, the government see the crisis the Gen Z wanna create. And the only crisis that no one ana benefit, the politicians wanakosa ku benefit from, is this particular one. So whoever ana benefit from this Kibe, with every maandamano inakuja, inaanza ku create some form of ni kama vetting process. Whoever comes out from this maandamano zote unapata ni ku expand that position yake kwa the movement. Remember Kibe, you are part of this voice ya movement. Remember that. Unaona, everyone else ana play role yake within the movement. So this being a particular event here, Nane Nane, remember somebody had to come up with this Nane Nane. Regardless tunasema hakuna leadership, there is leadership Kibe, it's just no one anataka kutoka kwa closet. Okay, this is my belief. My belief ni kwamba maybe it's more about polling. Naanza ku understand na ku take polls na kuuliza mavijana niaje. Maybe I'm not understanding the movement myself. Maybe nikaa tu mimi niko naive as well. But what exactly are the objectives?
Samuel, hold up.
Okay.
While this idea is hot, follow me into this darkness, kidogo. Don't unmute. I mean, sorry, don't mute. Stay with me here. So,
okay,
do you remember this guy called Michuki?
Yeah, Michuki, yeah.
You remember Michuki, right? A very powerful minister, very powerful. I mean, came from a home guard and everything. So he, very powerful guy. But remember, there's a time They went, he himself said, from now on, all the instructions we're getting from who? From Uhunye. He installed Uhunye.
Yeah, you need somebody that can play the game.
Yeah, that is one. I want you to hold that.
Uh-huh.
Hold that, Kidogo.
Okay.
Do you remember in 2002 when all these guys came together and they installed one guy, and Raila said the famous line, Kibaki
Tosha.
tosha toyamwe. So I think hapo ndio kuna problem, because kila mtu anataka kuwa mdozi wa hii kitu, so hakuna synergy. Hatuja understand hii cake vile inakaa, because tungekuwa tume understand, then kupatia mtu mmoja hiyo powers ni rahisi.
Very easy ukiwa na structure. Very easy ukiwa na structure. Kibe, help me. Let me deep to kwa kenye tu umesema hapa. Kibe, you see, at any given point of time, any party leader, anyone mwenye ako kwa any leadership, kwa the structure ya party itself, forget about party iko na its own interest, different than the people wenye wana vote in that party. Right now as a president mwenye ako pale, being the leader of the party, inamaanisha anakuwa president. Him not being president will not be leader of that party. Umeshakatwa kichwa yake. The party inakuwa dissolved completely. Now sisi kusema we have to have somebody in there, kumaanisha the power, the position. Actually, it's more talking about the position that inakuwa held. We want Ruto out. The most saying iko ni kwamba any election this guy anajipa anaenda, but installing someone else when tunakuwa confident kwamba we can even protect we can even stand by him even with any. Remember Kenya Ruto anapitia sasa hivi a lot of things, kila mtu anajua it's on the public domain, you can check out and see stuff, regardless whoever mwenye anaenda kuweka huko atakuwa na some stuff in the boxes, but will there be anyone else kusema anasimamia na ana already protect anataka willing to protect Kenya na believe kwamba this guy anasimamia. See, you stand for the values zenye unasema kwa party. Values ziko kwa hii movement haziko conjoined into one direction ya kusema this is an umbrella of a party. And sasa kutaka kuinstall mtu mwingine, it will be much simpler kusema this guy anaweza shikilia this position kabla mtu mwingine akuje. The people are frustrated. This is economic nationalism wanataka. Wanasema if nchi ni yetu, mbona si benefit wa jamaa sisi tumezaliwa hapa? Why do we even have to go anywhere else? Why do we have to do all these steps zote ilhali sisi ni watu huku ndani? So the guy mwenye ako pale ndani kwa kiti as a president doesn't understand. I don't think ni aje, because vile aliwekwa pia yeye was the same understanding. He plays to the party yenye nasema. Party kimwambia bro, hata ukitingisha usitoke, he cannot. But you create a formidable way ya kutingisha this mti. I think this will be much easier. Jamaa anaweza toka na jamaa anasemea because nyinyi ndio mnaweka na movement. Alafu the base of the part of the movement haiko clear Kibe. I mean clearly anyone else anaweza sema this is the stronghold of the base. This is the base movement inasema kwamba whatever ina happen na whatever itakuja, be it election, be it what, at least tumeanza kuwa formidable na position structure toka chini, hata kama sio the top leadership, any kind of leadership hatuna, and that just inanikera vibaya sana. Kibe, we can't install someone else wakati sisi tuko disorganized, wana benefit sisi tukiwa disorganized, and it's to that advantage kwamba as long as wako disorganized it's to our advantage. We want even iendelee kuwa hivyo. We want them to be leaderless, partyless. We want them to continue that. Actually, we can even fund that. Unaona? Enemy wako na drown, hebu mtupie anchor ndia sink chini kabisa. Because that's what it looks like. That's what it feels like. Because I don't want to use this analogy hapa, but let me use. Ni kama kutairi. Unajua kitairi ukiwa young ni vizuri, but bro, unaweza kosa kutairi, that's okay, but utafika 40 useme ndo unataka kutairi ukiwa 40. Manze ungefanyia kitu before, kama sivyo don't be swinging back and forth. The Gen Z will not be Gen Z anymore in few decades. And then what? The movement ilianzishwa inakufa tu just like that. Somebody's benefit from this movement. Be it the media, something will come out of this. the media and the people who are so influential will participate so much na voices zao zilijulikana within the movement. Wao ndio watakuwa wanakumbuka within the movement, hata kama movement inaenda anywhere. Wao ndio watablamiwa and anyone else within the movement. Kumbuka blaming itakuja at some point. It will come because I try to take responsibility of anything. Wajamaa wanajitokeza saizi kuenda kwa street. Wajamaa wanasema aje Ruto anafaa kuenda. Trying to put up a clear position ya kusema how about having many attacks. Una attack na hii angle na these other angles zinakuwa possible, but inakuwa hard kuweka different voices in here. This has to be a wake up call. Tunaenda hii maandamano. Mjamaa amesema 5 inafika and things go back as they were. Well, that's expected of everything else hapa. Vitu zinarudi normal kwa sababu gani? Everyone else anajua vitu zitarudi normal because the gut ya kwenda kukaa huko na kufanya everything else bado haijakuwa installed within the people. That gut ya kusema it's a do or die, that started at the first time they even realize it's a do or die. Manze walijificha every fucking way. Wanna try to come out in every possible way and it just can't be that every time tunakaribia close we have to reinvent the same wheel kwenda mbele. We have to have wheels zetu before tuende mbele. See, every time tuna reinvent because hatuna structure ya counter offense anything. I yield back.
Thank you, Samuel. Appreciate that. Samuel ameongea vitu mob. Mwambie hebu tusaidie ulete sauti ya mwanamke kidogo. We break the monotony.
Wagwan. Morning.
Morning. Go ahead.
Morning. Mimi na speak from ground, but to be honest, I'm just a little bit disappointed. Yes, I'm trying to give benefit of doubt that people maybe wameanza kuingia juu nimeanza kuwa na chopa patrol, but as in kulingana na vile the program was, people were to come out early so that at least by swearing in we are able to witness it and so right now kwa ground, to be honest, there's nothing that is happening as I'm speaking saizi tu. I'm just seated mahali hapa karibu na church with a few fellas wenye tumepatana we've accompanied each other going like this. I think I've been patrolling this city from 7 in the morning. But I'm for the opinion. I know it's too early, yes, but I'm for the opinion if the people that are supposed to come on the way, please hurry so that we are done with this thing if you're coming. And people, if they're not going to come, they will be in those spaces misdirecting people and telling people to take care, yet they have no solid thing. I think we should shikana and tuwapige marufuku. Kisikika tena kusema Ruto must go tena, by the way, na hautokei na unatuchocha in the wrong way. I think you're not doing justice to Kenyans. That is my opinion, and I'll stand with it. You're not doing justice to Kenyans. You're just wasting people's time. Let's focus on other thing. Ikwe ni hiyo structure. Let us go back within ourselves, because right now it was Nane Nane, whatever people meant with Nane Nane. I'm speaking on a perspective of a Gen Z, or in a perspective of a Kenyan who is a young youth and who is really patriotic in this country. I'll not measure people's patriotism kulingana na kutokea ama kutotokea, because even Kibo holding a space, you've just done your part, and people joining, they've already done their part. But when it comes to those people who enter in space, they've been entering the last 1 month telling people to come out. Unezaje ingia mboka saa 4 saa 8? How? So as we continue with today, I'll keep reports, because sai msichocha ati hapo tao ati mnaona sijui Kimathi Street sijui tear gas. Me, I'm telling you, and I'm reporting from the ground. I've been there from 7. It's not tear gas so far that imetupwa. I'll go back right now town na kama kunayo I'll tell you imetupwa. I'll give honest vile iko. So wale wako kwa ground and they love propaganda. You're the same as Ruto. You're the same regime you're fighting, so you're bringing that regime. Please stop it. If we want to build our Kenya, we need to be serious. I don't know. We really need to be serious, honestly. I feel a little bit. Turudi makazi zetu, tungoje 2027. Msituambie tena Ruto must go. Jua make it happen. Na hata nyinyi deep down in your hearts mnajua nyewe mko huko kwa hao. So, right now, by the time saa 8, we've said let's wait, we see if saa 8 will happen. We've sung national anthem. Hakuna kitu tunafanya. We've done it all. So right now, trust me, we're in a church praying. Can you imagine how patriotic of us? Well, not that tunahitaji makofi or something. We clap for ourselves because by the end of the day, we need good governance. That's what we are looking for. We're looking for equality. We are looking for a peaceful and united country. But we cannot do it with our mouth. We have to be serious. I swearing in, I think half of the people have already been sworn in. Then you will go back to those spaces and start criticizing those people about how bad they are. Please, don't do that. Msifanye hivyo. Mkienda space unasikia mtu akisema hivyo. But then mnamkemea mbaya. But at least saa 8, if anything changes, me, I'll just say it as it is. For now, thank you for the space. Niwaambia mimi na report kutoka kwa ground. Na mtokee tafadhali. Tokeeni tu. Tokeeni, msiogope. Mnaogopa si mnasema muogopi. Tokeeni. Tuko almost kuingia State House, kuna roadblocks. So tuko hapa just here at this junction at All Saints. There's a roadblock. So we are waiting so that we go walk, because as we walked, tumepita like 3 barriers just walking, because we are doing peaceful. We are doing peaceful protest. So tokeeni, wacheni kuogopa. Kama ujui vile utatokea, tokea first as an individual, then step. Utapatana na watu mbele. You just step. Si lazima ukuje na mbogi ati mwingie. You'll meet one, pick each other, mwende kusanya. Then eventually we'll do a peaceful protest. And then moving forward, we'll have good governance. Good governance ina mdomo. Na kama hamna agenda, anzeni agenda ya IEBC from now on. If they've taken the CS, let's take the IEBC for 2027. Me, that's what I'll urge Kenyans. Because if we want to make this country right, we cannot do it the 4 of us. We have to come all on board, both who are on ground and both who are in spaces. Thank you.
Mombi reporting from All Saints Cathedral. Enyewe kama ulikuwa you are pushing for people to go to the ground and you don't appear on the ground, that is some bullshit. Yeah, because the plan was there. The plan was you guys are going to town. That was the plan. So why would you disappoint people? Hiyo kitu nikasirisha. It used to happen when we were doing e-story motorcycles. And we would all plan and say, oh, this Friday, we meet at this time, we're going to go here. 50 people agree. On that day, on the Friday, 3 people are there. And you're looking, and this person will meet you next time and say, oh, Mama. World of investigation. Thank you, Mombi. Appreciate that report.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kibe. I'm reporting from Kawa West, and I'm getting out. Actually, I'm getting out. There was something I was doing. So I want to tell someone, everyone who is here, this is the opportunity that we cannot lose. And if we lose it, then we will continue feeling the same way, oppressed till 2027. And I think what is happening in State House right now is mockery. The president angengoja tu kiasi, hata kama angengoja hadi kesho. But this guy is a smart player. I don't know how we outsmart him. Jana ameshinda na huku Ushago na huko Embu. he was launching sijui what and ashaanza siasa. It is very clear, it's very clear ashaanza siasa. In one of his statement I had is ati wananchi wasiharibu properties, tungoje hadi 2027 and I think sasa hata anaanza sasa kutuudhi kabisa and I've lost hope kinda, but we will still keep pushing on. Otherwise, Kibe, I'm here and I support this movement and wacha nimalize Kibe kwanza niingie tao. I will update people nikiwa huko kwanza Kibe. Thank you.
Wewe fika tao tuambie kuna kaje. It would be good to hear from a man's point of view. Unajua mademu achiliwa.
Okay.
All right. You know, women, Mombi, don't be shocked. Women don't look threatening. So even when they see you in Tao, they know you're not going to come for the maandamano. But for a man, yani, hey, they look at your shoes like, oh, where you're here for hunting. Okay, Mombi, what do you want to say?
No. Kibe is not like that. Me, I'm dressed in black. Me, I dressed according to the theme. They're looking at me. Yes, I say women have advantage. Yes, I don't deny the fact. But tuko kwa ground. Tunapitana na hao makarao. And I look like that Protestant. Na mi hata sifit. Me, I'm in all black here. From head to toe niko black. Oh, kichwa yangu ndo iko red.
Which policeman in the world will raise what are they called? Those batons to a woman? It doesn't happen. So Mombi, you're safe. You're relaxed. You're safe. You report to us today. Tell us what's happening. Anything new that's happening, you just let us know. You are safe. We got your back, Mombi. If anything happens, tuambie, we organize immediately. Tuko watu wengi hapa, we can mobilize resources very quickly. All right. Thank you, World of Investigation and Mombi. Mombi will keep you here. I don't know whether you have enough charge.
Yes, I will definitely charge it. Though inaisha, nikidrop it's okay. I'll use another one.
Oh, another car. Okay, so.
Yes. But please, mtu asiingie kwa hii space kutukana Ruto na hayuko kwa ground. Asiingie hapa kusema sijui Ruto anafanya nini. No. That is inciting. Akuja aongee tukiwa hapa. We are here. Right now nikikwambia I'm headed there. By the way, I wish there's a way I could just
but Mombi, there's somebody you seem like you have some names that you want to mention. Do you have names?
Names of people I want to mention. No, it's these people. It's you people.
Who are these people that you keep mentioning?
These spaces, like fucking Afrocentric. Who is this guy? The other one, the Kimuzi are outside Kenya, so we don't even listen to them. Yani kila mtu tu mwenye kwa spaces huwa anaingia. I cannot even remember their names. I cannot even have their names, all of them. But I've been entering in these spaces. I've been listening to them. They are there, Nane Nane. Ruto must go. Nane Nane. Ruto must go. Alafu naingia kazi. Ruto ameingia kazi yake 7 asubuhi. Swear in watu wake. Wewe unataka kuingia saa 8. Umwambie Ruto must go. Aje, honestly. Aje. Tuongea reality. Aje. Wacheni tuishi wacheni tufanye vitu right way. Kama mmeshindwa kumtoa, wewe tubaki hadi 2027, tutumie voters right yetu. Lakini saa hii sita insist na hiyo hadi ifike hapo saa 8, saa 9. Tukidiscuss, watu wanasema haya tuwape time hadi saa 8. Tuwape. Hivyo. Juu saa hii sisi tuko na barriers, tukipatikana yenyewe mimi sitakudanganya. Mimi siwezi kubali kulimwa ati na hiyo fimbo. At this time na Mkenya amelala. Unajua ukiwa wengi at least unasikianga uchungu kiasi. Whatever the thing. But usikubali mtu aingie space aseme sijui Ruto must go sijui and all that thing that they say. I know you've heard them say it. Let them not come here and say. If they're not coming up with a strategy of how we are going to take IBC, we are going to develop our country, we are going to create employment, we are going to do...
But Mombi, every time a different voice came with that strategy, that voice was muzzled. It was labeled, what is that word? Msaliti. If someone came with a strategy and offered a strategy, enemy of the people. I mean,
Alafu,
but go on,
kwanza
Mombi.
kitu ya, I was discussing with my friends and they are saying kitu ya, I will not put all millennials in one set. Let me just allow me to use that name. I'll not put them in all category, but majority, they are like Gen Z versus millennials. But wakikuja kwa ground, wanataka kutuma hawa watu. Well, kuna wale walikuwa clear wakasema nyewe mimi hatuwezi toka, tutakuja and all that. It's okay. But there are those one who are wanachota alafu wanaambia in a revolution people must die. Sijui na what, but they are seated at home. You people, that's bullshit, honestly. For me, that's bullshit. I can have a lot to say, but to sayota tu focus na hii ground. Then I will conclude completely saa 10. I'm just hoping itokee vizuri because mimi nilikuwa na expect at least by saa 3 ni kama kwenda job. Mimi nikitoka niende job mimi huenda mapema. By 8 na kuanga job. Sasa mtu amechukua off. Akuje ndo tusaidie kupata hii good governance. It's not about who's going, it's not about what. It's about the good governance. How are we going to stop corruption? How are we going to make EACC work? How are we going to do all these things? You're saying you're leaderless, partyless, and all that. You want to?
But let me ask you, Mombi. Mombi, sweetheart, let me ask you a question. Did you guys ever sit to ask yourself how those guys who are sending you numbers like Naruto ended up with those numbers? Did you ever sit and ask yourself that question? How did they end up with those numbers? Now let's go down that crystal ball.
You know numbers? You know,
it means we are talking about the vice. That guy was the vice president. Getting his number, he literally had to give it to you, or you know someone who knows it. And believe me, dear, he keeps a small circle. Okay? So, people know the truth, but once you are confronted with the truth, you want to say, no, that can't be. Let me now tell you the truth. These people knew each other in the past. They had a fallout because maybe there were agreements that were not honored. And what you're seeing is a fight between old comrades who said, you know what? If my work was to mobilize the youth for you, I still can mobilize, but for myself now. And that's why anytime someone tried to put up a structure, it was not acceptable because it wouldn't serve the purpose of the person who started this fight. The purpose of the person who started this fight was not to get young people into positions of power. It was to get himself into the table to tell that big guy in the office, we had a deal, bro. This is like two drug dealers fighting for a road. What is it called? A block. So let's ask ourselves those. We still have this moment. Mombi, we can still get that good governance if we remove emotions and start thinking logically. Let's be strategic, for heaven's sake.
It's true, that which you said. And also, or again, there's always a starting point to something. Yes, we might know where this thing originated from or however it started, but I believe we are smart enough to go above it. How? We know they are fighting, yes. And as we've taken that opportunity to now come out, how I understood this, we've now taken this opportunity to come out and bring out our grievances of how this country is falling. In that process, things happened. But I feel there needs to be a check balance completely. I don't know, ni kama tutaomba, ama sijui ni nini, tuanze kuimba. I remember that song of Shaggy of Repent. That is another thing. It says we are 2 steps away from the real disaster. So right now, people people are stuck on the other side of the people who want to fight in power, that we are forgetting to fight for ourselves, that we are fighting within ourselves. Imagine if we were united, you people, the people, because when we were coming out, I made it clear, the bone of contention was between the people and the government. Us as the people, we came out as one. But within us, things happened. Oh, now you need candidates. But now us as the people as one, because we don't trust each other, and because we are unkempt, and we know ourselves. Tunajua kwa vilemba. Hatuwezi kuja tujikaribishe tuseme haya, wacha tuweke differences zetu aside. Ndio hii government isitushinde juu wako na pesa na wanaweza kulipa kila kitu. Sisi tukuje tu pamoja vile tuko to decide tunaweza chagua candidates zetu. We are speaking different language. So I think the aim right now should be how to bring the people together without us being together. Let's just go and work. Tukue slaves, wale wanaenda majuu, tuende majuu, tukakae huko, tuongelenge tukiwa diaspora. Without our unity, there will be no trust. Me, if I want to choose right now a leader, I am told, forward a leader who will substitute Joho. Ndachagua nani? Forward a leader that will sit for the High Commissioner. Ndachagua nani? But when I have you, the older people who, I term them as our big brothers and sisters, and sit together and put your differences aside, we can come up with something smart. We can come up with a logic thing. We can come up with a structure. But people don't want to come together in unity. They want to just mimi yule mse. Sasa hakuna huyu mse, tuko one. Tukishamaliza kila mtu atarudi kazi zake afanye kile anafanya. Lakini sai bila hiyo step, it will be so difficult in my own opinion, and I'm speaking it kulingana na kwa ground. Sasa mtaambiwa kuna tear gas. Right now as I speak, I've been walking. Niko hapa Posta. There is still nobody. Still nothing. Nothing.
You know,
Even at one.
Mombi, sweetheart. Sorry, dear Mombi.
It's okay. Niko na mauchungu lakini itaisha. Nitaenda nilale.
I understand your pain. And let's talk for a minute, me and you. Then we bring in Bismarck. The last 3 days, I went down and studied Bangladesh to a T. This guy who has just been appointed the transitional leader will be the prime minister, by the way. But he started 3 years ago. That's why even when the entire internet system of the Bangladesh was switched off, no Facebook, no Twitter, nothing, he had instilled his vision in the people. The formation was with the people. So they knew exactly what they will do every day. They had a timetable for what they were doing. And that's the importance of a leadership structure. You get? He had told them, on this day, I want us to do ABCD. And that's why he rallied on university leaders. Now, once they captured Bangladesh, the university leaders already knew who was to lead them. And that's why you see now they are taking back their country, cleaning it up without being forced, cleaning it up, painting it, putting back the window panes. That is where I want us to go. And that's where this will go, Mombi. But I don't want you to lose hope. But let's bring in Bismarck. Your hand is up. What do you want to say, bro?
Hello, mnanisikia?
Nakusikia, bro.
Okay. My comment was on hiyo issue ya maybe maandamano leo. So, watu naambia Mumbi, be cool, tunatokea tu maandamano. We are on the street coming. Alafu one thing say Anthony is hiyo yenye unasema like hii maandamano maybe watu walianza walikuwa na wanajitakia mazuri for themselves. I would say that was not true because for example uko na mtoto wako akuja kuambia dad nataka kiatu, utaanza kumuuliza like ni mamako anayekutuma ukujie kiatu. You don't want to believe mtoto ameona hana kiatu, unaona? You don't want to take it in that perspective like huyu mtoto wangu ameona sina kiatu, ameamua kuja kuniambia. You want to believe that was sent?
हेलो नमस्कार होस्ट को फॉलो करें आई एम फॉलो बैक
Anthony unaingiza unaingiza Wahindi. Continue. Na mimi peke yangu ama mumepotea nyi wote?
Me too. I can't hear the person
Oh,
speaking.
so it's Anthony with his puny network. Okay. Okay. Who's this? Mariam.
Yes, Kibe, how are you?
Great. Where are you, Nane Nane?
Maze, hey. I'm obviously in the house. But I'm here to speak to Mumbi. Hi, Mumbi. Is Mumbi there? Mumbi.
But before you, Mombi, take my crystal ball and tell me, what do you see for the end of today? Or what do you see as what's happening today? Yeah. What can you see in the future?
I see this as the end of Mandamano, honestly. I'm not very positive. I see this as the last of Mandamano, unfortunately. That is what my crystal ball is showing me.
Why?
Why? Because are you asking me the reason why I think that it's the last Mandamano? The reason why I think it's a failed Mandamano?
Give reasons of both. Now that you have thrown those two out there.
I think it will be the last because of the disappointment. I think people will come to realize that they're not on the same page with the people are not on the same page, just period. So that already will break them. That's the reason why, for me, I don't see people going back to the streets for the same course, which is Ruto must go. I think people are not just on the same page, Kibe. It's just like that. And that's why I really wanted to talk to Mombi, because I can feel the despair in her voice. And what I wanted to tell her is that she needs not to be discouraged. I think a journey of 1,000 miles, as they say, starts with a single step. And we will draw very big lessons from this particular Mandamano. In my opinion, we seem to know what we don't want, but we don't know what we want. That for me is a very big problem, because when it comes to governance, everyone is saying that governance is the issue. But as I said before, people are focusing on Ruto. Ruto must go. So what does Ruto must go mean to people qua ground? That's a very big question. What does Ruto must go? You must be able to send a message to Mwananchi that they clearly understand, because many people will tell you that Ruto is not the issue. They'll tell you that corruption is not a Ruto issue. Having a bloated government, for example, is not a Ruto issue. So when you say Ruto must go, what does that mean to Mwananchi? I think that's a message that people have not been able to kind of break down properly for Mwananchi. That's why you don't have, for guys to have the numbers that you saw in, is it Bangladesh or whatever, you must have people angry enough. People must be able to resonate with the message. So Kibe, Ruto must go is a slogan that I think is not well translated qua ground, because we know that governance has a lot to do with tuanzie policies, tuanzie laws. There's so much that we have to break down for us to get to the president himself. Na ndo maana naona ni kama this is just the last of it, because we are not able to focus on the real issues. That is really my opinion.
Defending and attacking at the same time. I thought you were here to encourage
No,
Mombi.
no, Mombi, I'm encouraging Mombi because I know that people's hearts are in the right place. I know that people really want change, Kibe. But I think I've shared with you before that this change that we want will not be solved by Ruto going. Ruto is not, to me, this is my opinion really, and that's why I'm a Ruto must go person because for me, maybe Ruto, people want the whole rot to be represented by that slogan, Ruto must go. But when Ruto goes and a new team comes in, then we still have the same rot. I think that's the biggest issue that we are not able to address. Understand, I'm not attacking and defending. I'm just saying that the messaging and the point of focus maybe is wrong. Are you understanding, Kibe, what I'm trying to say? Yes, Mombi.
I'm with you. I'm with you all the way. But Mombi is here. Mombi, your auntie wanted to say hi.
Thank you, Miriam, for that. What I'd add to it is whatever you've said about that Ruto must go. When people come to the street, they come with that agenda. So we should be bold enough to say we don't want that agenda anymore. If you're not coming clear, you say Ruto must resign, Ruto must be impeached, or God damn it, if you're a good whatever, there's only 3 ways by Article 146 of how this guy can go. So if you're not coming with a constitutionally like that, stop telling us Ruto must go. And now on the other side of the people who know is not working, let us be bold enough to tell those people, don't use that slogan. That slogan has stopped. Can we use another slogan? Well, people have refused dialogue or whatever I termed as forceful negotiation because the forceful negotiations were working. Me, I was sure they were working because the finance bill dropped, the IBC was reconstituted, the CSs were whatever, were dismissed. But still, imagine we were at Ruto must go again. So me, I'm feeling, if today he's not going to go, can we be bold enough to call it out and tell people, like how I seen Kibe Space. He says, don't come and say Ruto must go. He said, yes, Nane Nane, but that is not what he stands for. So when we go to others, well, it's people's spaces, the person who is saying Ruto must go is that one which Anthony was saying was the first agenda of like a block or something. So let us see things vileziko. How do you expect to get emancipated when you want to still hide in lies? How? We cannot. So that slogan too, mazetu wachane tu nayo. Haisaidii, by the way. Haisaidii kujenga hii country.
Mombi, Mombi, if you were to be honest, I know you would say that you're seeing a lot of missed opportunity. And I asked this question in 3 different spaces. Afro space, I think Hillary space, if I'm not wrong, Mizani space. I asked them, whatever message you're putting out there, are you communicating clearly not only to the president, but to the Mwananchi? When you're saying Ruto must go, what do you mean by Ruto must go? Because you, on one hand, and then who do you propose as president? You're like, no, you watch Ruto aende. Then at the end of the day, we know that the rot in the system will bring a new breed of people who are rotten. I think that is such a big conflict, Mombi. And what you're saying or what you're alluding to, I do agree with you. I know that we all say that politicians are liars, so we're having a very hard time trusting even Ruto himself. Now, Ruto has come up, even today in his speech, after swearing in the people that he has sworn in. In his speeches, he has come up with these policy changes, proposed policy changes that are aimed at curbing to semi-corruption, or there is a tax issue. Today he has gone for the manufacturing issue, how to support the manufacturing. I think this for me, what I see, these are missed opportunities because we do not have people to negotiate on the policies that will actually make actual change in the country. We are just focused. In fact, when he brings up all these policies that we're supposed to get people to jump on and to represent us and to shape these policies in a way that we would want them to be shaped. We are not jumping on it. We are just still insisting on Ruto must go. So it begs the question at the end of the day, are we really looking for actual change? Or are we directing our anger towards someone without even thinking or focusing on the change that we want? For me, I've been very conflicted from the time he made that first speech of his with the 7 points that he had proposed in terms of curbing the kind of dealing with the kind of problems that we've been discussing on the spaces. But nobody has been able to discuss those changes that he's proposing. So there's a disconnect, Mombi, and it's true that the more we refuse or the more we think that we should not dialogue or we should not participate in the changes that are being proposed, then we are actually putting ourselves on it's called what, Kibe, back foot? We're actually on the losing end of the whole movement or the whole change that you're agitating for. So yeah, I think it's time that people were honest and people looked for a new way of effecting the change that they want. Ruto must go for me is not enough. It is a slogan that is supposed to communicate a message, which is supposed to be very clear, which to me is policy changes that we need to make permanent change. I hope I've made sense in that statement. But Mombi, don't despair. I totally feel for you. I could feel the way umechoka and I know the people that you're speaking about, the people who are not in the streets, but what you need to know, and I've said this on Kibe Space before, is that people who are hosting these big spaces are not in Kenya. You need to actually understand that. So they're there to mobilize you from Bali, but qua ground, do they really know the mood qua ground? We really need to learn how to also read the mood qua ground, and then we would know how to go about these changes that we are looking for, or how to conduct, how to push the movement forward. But thanks, Mombi. Usi lose hope, Mazi.
Nitashikilia tu hapo hapo. Na saizi by the way Kimathi Street it has started kuna watu wamebebwa na kuna some tear gas and it's a little bit chaotic. Let me see how it goes. Me, I never came here for chaos. Me, I thought I'd come for peaceful protest, but we'll take whatever we have on the ground. Let's see how it goes. People are running the whole of Kimathi Street. Though not a lot of people, about 10 hivi wamebebwa Jojo.
Anyway, as Kibe said, you take care of yourself, Mombi, and if you need anything at the end of the day, utuambie. We are here to mobilize, whether it's funds or whatever. So Mombi, tuko na wewe.
All right, that was an interesting interaction. So Mariam, you can be sensible when you want to. It's just the devil who does its tricks on you. Well, Morio and Zenza, are you there?
What's popping, Kibe?
Nothing yet. You tell me what's popping in that side of the world.
Leo hata siongelei mambo huko. Alhamdulillah, nataka kuongelea mambo ya Kenya na nataka kuingilia hiki tunaongea kwa sahi because the problem we have in Kenya right now, it's called leadership crisis because hakuna mse anaaminiana huko Kenya. Hiyo tunajua. Ndio maana unaona sahi millennials, by the way, Kenya has the fraudest millennials in the whole of this universe. Galaxy, utoke kwa galaxy uende huko kwa universe in Kenya because wao peke yao ndo wanaongelea story ya leadership hapo. Umesikia Miriam Kenya amesema sahi. Wao peke yao ndo wanaongelea story ya leadership. Gen Z wako na clear, wanajua Kenya wanataka, Ruto must go. Lakini millennials wanaongelea leadership. Millennials hawako kwa ground kusaidia Mombi to kick this nigga out. Lakini kitu wanaongelea hapa sahi ni about leadership positions because venye Kibu ulisema we should put aside our ambitions first. Gen Z walikuja na story ya kutoa ile finance bill and that was done. Then the frauds wakaenda, tulikuja day 1 day 2 hivyo, frauds wakaenda wakavote there after watu wameenda maandamano, they still voted yes. That's where the Ruto must go came from because waliona umse ni fraud. Hakukuwa na Ruto must go on day 1, day 2, day 3. It was kick this finance bill out of the parliament. Now the Gen Z achieved that, but hii kitu ina happen hapa sahi, people are millennials, hata waito millennials are underestimating Gen Z. Kuna mse ako kwa ground alisema, you know, this is the last maandamano and I'm very happy because it will be the last one, not because it will be the last one because it failed. We will not need another maandamano because of what will happen today. Tunajua maandamano za Kenya, people have been prepared for months, for like a month.
Mario, did we lose you?
Amniski.
We couldn't hear you for a minute.
So I'm saying ni kama screen nimejifunga, hii simu ni mpya bana, ni kama screen najifunga alafu acha nishikilie screen. Kitu nasema ni ati millennials in Kenya ndo wana jeopardize the fucking revolution because they are after ambitions, they are after leadership positions. They are not on the ground helping the Gen Z kicking Ruto out of the fucking system. They are not. Ruto must go means everybody must go, the whole system must go. Millennials watakuja kuuliza then what next? What next? Ruto must go. Bangladesh hawakuwa na what next. They know the problem is Ruto and the system. You have to get the system out. Then interim, kitu nilikuwa naambia wase, they emulate the Congo way of the, not the Congo, the Sudani way of the revolution where they fucked up and they got a bad governance. But we have never emulated. Now we must emulate Bangladesh ama the USA when they had their economic crisis. But we emulate all watu wanasemanga story ya Somalia, story ya nini. Why not emulate Bangladesh? The people came in and the whole cabinet, the whole government was ilikikiwa out because people, the voice of the people was heard, the voice of the Gen Z. Now all the things the millennials are coming here to say, this will be fair, it will be the last one. Unfortunately, the Gen Z have achieved everything they wanted. What the fuck are you talking about that it will be the last one because they will achieve their ambition. They have achieved to kick the finance bill. Then Ruto came in, akafinyilia finance bill. That's why he must go. That's where Ruto must go came from. Hiyo ndo kitu mnasahau, haikutoka out of nowhere ati the Gen Z don't have a direction. The Gen Z are not planning another maandamano. Umesikia what the guy on the ground said. We are not planning. They know their objective today is Ruto must go. The objective is there. They know their ambition. They know their purpose. But when you come here, millennials, we come to tell you, then what fucking next? The fucking ambition is Ruto must go. Why are you so fucking ambitious? Mnarudisha country yetu backwards every fucking time because of these puny ambitions. You want leadership positions, but you won't help the Gen Z to come and kick Ruto out because tungekuwa tukiongelea story ya leadership position saa hii na nyinyi, because what the Gen Z lack, I know it's leadership, hiyo najua, but you are not helping them by not joining them. You should join them, then you come and enter your leadership. Lakini saa hii you are pushing it happen because we don't have leadership. What next? What next is Ruto must go home now. Ruto must not go home then ati tuanza kufikiria story ya leadership, nani atakuwa president. Bangladesh hawajui nani atakuwa president because they have to figure that shit out. They know what has to happen. Nyinyi millennials mnaweza ngoja 2027 kama mtangoja, you want to vote, you can wait, you vote on 2027. But today the Gen Z have decided Ruto must go. The ambition is clear. We have been clear all this whole time. History ya leadership mnataka kuleta until the last day, watu wanaongelea story ya the millennials leadership. You should be out in the streets helping the Gen Z hapo kwa ground. Then you come back and say, okay, we failed. Now let's strategize again. Gen Z hawana kitu, hawafikiria ati wanafanya maandamano ingine next week. They want to complete this maandamano thing today. Na hiyo ndo kitu yenye nawaambia. Don't underestimate these Gen Zs. Kibe, acha kwanza nitulie juu na kasirika tu nikisikiza hao wase wakiongea.
You've eaten hot coals, my guy. Yeah, take it easy. Breathe, drink some water. So let me tell you, Mori and Zenza, you have to understand one thing. We are all not on the bus going to, we're going to the same location, but we don't have the same intention. So the motive for us getting on the bus is very different from each other, but we are all on the bus. So you don't look at your position as a better position, a more privileged position, or your trip to be a better trip, or whatever it is that you're going to do to be, a more important thing than mine. No, we're in the bus. Kila mtu acheza position yake, bro. Sitaki tukue ati one-sided hivyo. Kila mtu acheza position yake. Mwenye anatuma do, hiyo ni sawa.
That's what
Ngoja Morio, ngoja.
Kibe unacheki.
Tuliza makei kwanza kidogo. Simetuma kwambia kunywa maji. So mwenye anatuma do, huyo yuko sawa. And this is what Mumbi was saying. The hypocrites are the problem. Everybody else is okay, Morio. The hypocrites ndio tunataka weed out. Our say wanasema one thing and they mean something else. These are the people who don't make sense to any movement. Because these are the snakes. And yesterday I mentioned that. I said there's some snakes inside here who are conning our people. And once we get rid of the snakes, then it's easy for people to move in one, one good motion. So we can all be on the bus, but nobody's trying to sabotage the bus. So ukifika kaa sahi matri ya Buru, ikifika Buru, si ati nyinyi wote mnaenda kuingia Buru. Some of them, other people will end up hapo Kariobangi, Umo. You can cross over. You're going to buy, clothes. Another one anaingia hapo Mesora. There are many things we're going to do, but we are all on the same bus because we know where we are going. So I don't want us to put anybody under pressure because some people are feeling like they need to justify the reason why they're out in town. Remember when Mombi came here and the other guy, and we could hear the passion that they have. Even Mariam had to, put on Captain Save a Mama hat and come here to try and save Mombi from despair. Because we could hear that this is what they want to do. They are calling on their people. Anybody who has committed to this, go to town. That's what they're saying. There's some people who have committed to give resources to this. You make sure you follow through with what you say. But don't be a snake. I would rather you stand on the other side and say, I am supporting the government 100%. But don't be a snake. Don't be on this side. And then you are not following through with what you're saying. Hiyo kitu unichosha ni aje, because that is, I cannot stand anybody like that. Hiyo kitu unimaliza. Me, there's an auntie of mine, mi umchukia mpaka leo je hiyo kitu. Hata aseme nini, bro, this woman can bring Jesus. And say, hey, I have a deal with Jesus. I'll be like, just get out of my hair. Fuck off. Samuel, what do you want to say? Before you say anything, Samuel, Eunice Maina, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, Kibe. Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly. Go ahead.
Yeah, I like what you just said, that yes, we are all in the bus. The motives could be different, but we are in the bus. And just to speak to Moby and others, so that you're not discouraged. Even many years ago, when Paul was preaching, he said that some people preach out of envy, others out of rivalry, others out of goodwill, others out of love. But what Paul said, that whichever the case, Christ is being preached. So I'm just borrowing that verse from the Bible to let us know that in every movement, because that was the movement for preaching Christ, in every movement, motives are different. Some are false, some are true, but the goal is the same. So in this case, and I want to, your question was how the crowd is. I was there in the morning. I was in town in the morning. And just like Moby said, there was no one. So now I'm in the house. And hopefully, I'll be able to get out in the afternoon. But my point is on when we say Ruto must go, and this is a question I've been asking many times. Ruto must go. Is it the spirit of Rutoism that must go, or is it Ruto the person? Now, when I talk about the spirit, which is the Rutoism spirit, I'm talking about the spirit of impunity, the spirit that lacks accountability, the spirit or the system that has led us to where we are. And so when we say Ruto must go. What does that mean? And I think the same question Mariam is asking. For me, from where I sit, I want the Rutoism, the spirit, to go. Now, whether it is by removing Ruto the person, whether it is by, removing the whole system, whatever that will help us remove this spirit of impunity, this spirit that makes people not to care about anyone else, because it's so deeply ingrained in many people. Somebody else said that if you're not corrupt, it's either, number one, you have not had an opportunity, or the cost of corruption is very high. And from that person's perspective, it means that we are all corrupt. You either just lack opportunity, or the punishment is high. So my submission is that this Rutoism, we need to make impunity, we need to make corruption very, very expensive. And that's why I'm in this movement, because I believe that by, shaming, by even going out, whether we are able to remove him out of State House or not, we should not even stop there. We should go to those MPs who are vetting ministers like it's just a show. How do you tell us you have 2.3 billion net worth and nobody cares to ask? Give us a whole process of how you acquired this wealth. We know that they don't own industries that are employing millions of people or hundreds of thousands of people. So that spirit need to go. Now, I do not have a solution as to how it must go. That is why I'm going to the streets, because nabahatisha, whichever works. Because as much as we're saying we need to have a strategy, I'm a business person, and sometimes you have very beautiful strategy and it doesn't work. I believe that the movement has a strategy. It may not work, it will work. And whatever we achieve, we need to look at it as a big milestone. Whatever little step, let's celebrate that step because it moves us forward. But let's not focus on the motives of each and every person in the movement. Let's focus that everyone is in the bus. And I would say that because I was in the village over the weekend, and I was asking, I found my dad with other neighbors, and I was asking them, what do you think about Ruto must go? And then the question is, then after he goes, then what? Now, these are older people. All they know is that military states are not good. They know that they have been into war and it is not good. And so they are valid to ask then what? Yes, they're very tired of the government. They're very tired of this Rutoism, which I'm calling that behavior, that culture of impunity. But they don't know best. They don't know anything. They don't know how better to do it. They can only wait for 2027. And you know what? They are right in their own right. Now, for us here at Space, we are saying Ruto must go. Of course, if you ask us then what, we don't know then what, and we don't care then what. All we want is we also are not happy. So you can see we are all in the bus. So point is, if you can get out on the streets, please get out. But let's be together in this. Don't reevaluate too much about the motive. As Kibe has said, just don't be a hypocrite. Thank you.
Thank you, Eunice. Appreciate that wonderful submission. Kijana Tito, are you there? You know one thing they used to, I don't know whether it's still there, but deserting the army was considered treason. If we agreed with you that we were going to fight, and then we get there, and then you turn back and want to go home, then that was considered treason. The army, I don't know what's the word, but the word is deserting, I think. Yeah. You'd be considered a deserter. And if you ever got back home, even your family would be shamed, because how dare you be a deserter? You'd rather die on the ground than be considered a deserter. Oh, it was shameful. So all these people who have psyched up everybody else and are deserting at the 11th hour, tunawaona, tunawasoma, and we shall revisit. Samuel, go ahead.
Hey, see, Ruto is like a double-edged sword. Ruto, the administrator, the administration of Ruto, the president himself, his administration, and this current parliament that we have. You know, it represents the cancer that we have, the rottenness that we have. They're the face of what people don't want to be. Everything that they do, it's equal inclined in anything that people want right now. Young people talking about Ruto must go. Ruto is really good for the movement, you know. Ruto just being president in a galvanize people being there, galvanize people kuamka, galvanize people kusema wanataka kutoa this guy. Every time tunasikia kibongo, every time tunamwona akifanya kitu, it's just we are done because he represents the whole system itself. The next thing hapa ni kusema if Ruto doesn't exist that position, supposedly Ruto hayuko, the question itaacha kuwa Ruto must go. Ruto ashaenda, then itafanya the Gen Z wenyewe they have to come up then and occupy this positions of leadership, and that will be another tactic. And the moment when that fails, wakati ita fail, when watakosa to meet that objection, waambia sasa Ruto ametoka, step down. Okay, isn't that what you wanted, the administration to go down? Okay, supposing that just happens, okay, you know what, tumeachilia this thing, tumeachilia ship, we are out, so we don't want to hear Ruto must go because he's gone, right? Oh, okay, now what? Okay, now that will be the most challenging thing. No one is prepared to answer that because no one is prepared kwamba that time itafika. So like people wanasema, you know, if Ruto is there, it's really good for the cause, manze. The moment Ruto anatoka, you think kutakuwa na mtu anabonga about Ruto anatoka ama ataanza kubonga about what exactly inafaa kufanyika, which has to be talking about right now. It's talking about right now kusema kwenda kwa rallies. You know, I've always advocated for these rallies. Spaces comes about media. The rallies we have is the same way. Unaona? It's the same way of kusema aje, okay, we have a rally in each and every different locations of different places across the country.
Samuel.
Yeah.
Malizia. You know, Samuel, I keep you here because I see you have a lot of insight, but I'm trying to make you summarize your points quickly so that you can come in and out whenever I need you. You know. Lakini sasa kila time unakaa ni Samonet, bro. Lazima tukuchezea zile ngoma za Oscars. Have you seen the Oscar? Now you've spoken too much. Now leave. It doesn't matter who you're thinking. All right. Hold up, Samuel. I wanted to hear from Echo. Echo.
Keep it just a second. Just a second, please.
Ask Oti, uko hapo? Lexi. Are you there, Lexi?
Yeah, Kibe, I'm here. Nanisikia Kibe.
Nakusikia vizuri sana. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you for giving me the mic opportunity to submit my remarks. Yeah?
No, we can't hear you properly. Are you blocking the mic or are you using headphones or Bluetooth?
No, I'm not using the headphone or the Bluetooth. I think my speaker is very
tunakusikia kwa umbali. You're not clear at all.
Okay.
So maybe you drop and come back. Yeah, drop and come back. Israel, AD, are you there?
Yeah, ni aje Kibe.
Piti, mambo?
Poa sana, long time man jo. Ninakujanga saa zingine na inua mkono. Good morning bro. Mine is just to say that as people demonstrate, because you can see kwa ground unaona things are not really very good. And what I wanted to say, even if I'll be relevant, is that can we start engaging on the issues as well? We demonstrate. Can we start also engaging on the issues that itatusaidia sisi wenyewe hata venye tunaishi leo? Yes, unaenda maandamano, but what next are you going to do? So there are so many things which are normally agitated for. And after this Kibe, ningependa sijui to exchange aje contact, because ningependa ni share something with you that I'm trying to amplify. Guys, we have government, but now government iko na hitches as claimed by GNZs. And GNZ has done as a great wake-up call in the country. Me, I'm in the government, but it comes a time that if I'm in a position to able to even say a word to president, because it's not cabinet secretary who advises and who will be able to advise president all the time. He can talk to Kibe, he can talk to me, he can talk to anyone. But what we can say is that there are a number of deletions that have been raised are of great concern. But vijana, mimi ningependa kuambia kujeni tufanye kazi. We are rolling out program on 15th. We will be with the president across these 10 regions.
Where, Israel.
Yes.
Read the room. Today is not the day. Leo tuna focus na Nane Nane, bro.
So, iyo Nane Nane,
So,
bro.
ngoja. So if you're not here to give these people the energy they need, history ingine hiyo tutauza baadaye. Focus. Usikuwe kama wale watu wa GNLD. Yani you only focus on your thing, and every time Israel I give you a chance to talk, that's all you come here to sell. It's good for you, yes, when you get all these people involved, but read the room, bro. Today we are discussing Nane Nane. As when I say, hey, watanina Nane Nane, focus on this thing that I have that is very important. Hey, you're very selfish, Israel. Sipati watu time yao kwanza wa enjoy kitu yao before you come and water it down with yours.
It is allowed. It is. I'm sorry for that statement then, because I'm also your brother Kibe and a friend. So usinipige sana, but demonstration.
No, I want. You see,
yes.
You see the people who are on the streets today are our brothers,
yes,
our sisters.
Yes.
So just mute your mic. Let me put my point across. Then I'll give you a chance to speak.
Okay.
Just mute the mic for a second. So the people who are on the streets today are our brothers and sisters. These are not strangers. These are not aliens. These are not foreigners. These are our brothers and sisters. Their well-being is of paramount importance to us, because these are the ones who they have something they are saying. So whether we agree or we don't agree, whether we believe or we don't believe, they are on the streets today. They are saying something. So today, I want you to come in here and just let's stop the debating on whether it's right or wrong, because it doesn't matter anyway. It doesn't matter anyway. They are on the streets. So today, let's give them that positive energy that we are behind you. We believe in you, and whatever you need from us, we got you. Simple. Because wewe uingii kwa streets, mi sijaingia kwa streets, Mariam yuko kwa streets. Many people here are not on the streets. Many people are from diaspora even. So hao kwanza wanafaa waanze kutoa do in case anything happens during the day, tunaweza support. Unaelewa? So hiyo ndio conversation nataka. I don't want us to beat them down again and tell them anything that they're doing wrong. That we'll have time for tomorrow and the day after. Today is not a day for for debates. It's just a day for good energy. That's what they need from us. I hope mnaelewa vile nawaambia. It's not a day for too much conversation. Because most of the time we get caught up in trying to advise everybody, just trying to be philosophical and intelligent, and you want to come up with solutions. Sometimes there are no solutions, just flow with it. Itajipa huko mbele, kwani nini? Sometimes it's just as simple as that. Come by and buy. There's a time I was teaching my son how to do a backflip into the water. Something I am unable to do. I want you to hear that. So I was teaching him how to do a backflip into the pool. I was like, oh, so you do a backflip like this. So I'm telling him how to do it, but I can't do it. So after he learned how to do it through my instructions, he turned to me and told me, okay, now your turn. Yeah. Okay. So I had to try and do the backflip because I'm not going to be just a backflip teacher that I can't do a backflip. I didn't turn out the right how I thought it would, but at least I wasn't a pussy in the eyes of my son. So let's focus on good energy. Today is just good energy. In fact, we probably should finish this thing by around 12:30. Good energy, good vibes. Come on, a good energy and a good vibes, and you don't have a positive message for the Gen Z. Today is not that day. Thank you, Israel. Do you have any good vibes you want to throw their way before I...
Mi nataka kusema hivi Kibe, I've heard you bro, and I repeat by saying this. Because of this demonstration, because it's a right in the constitution, hakuna mtu yoyote hata president haezi stop demonstration because it's a right of enshrined in the constitution. What I want to say, as our brothers, as our sisters, as they demonstrate, let them demonstrate peacefully. Let them raise their concern, and let them put it out very clear. And we'll always have to support them because these are our sons, these are our daughters. Always, the demonstration is a right of each and every citizen. So that's what I can say. Let us demonstrate peacefully, and let us air any issue that we have, as long as it's a matter that is a concern to us citizens of this country, because we have a country to live tomorrow. The same youth who are demonstrating now, they are leaders for tomorrow. They have already seen that there is a challenge somewhere. There is something needs to be done. So I don't actually devour demonstration at all cost. That's why Kibe, I'm able to come to listen to all that is being cited here. I don't have any problem, and I've heard you. And what I can say now, that let us, as we go outside there to demonstrate, let us demonstrate peacefully. Let us air all that is necessary without any fear, because that is a right of us all. Otherwise, we are all together, and I still look forward to engage you further. I wouldn't want to be a scarecrow, a scapegoat for anything here, because by these demonstrations, guys, I'm telling you, there is a lot of turnaround that has been seen. However, very little has been done, and a lot has to be done. Cheers, Kibe, unless I hope to cross the bar line. Thanks.
All right, I know. Thank you, Israel. Appreciate that. D. This is Derek Pinkman. You there?
Okay, thank you so much, Kibe. Me, what I want to say ni watu watoke kwa space bana. This is being lambistic, Mr. Kibe. I have a lot of respect for you, but you are an enemy to this movement. Watu wanafanya nini kwa space hai? Huh? Si tunaingia ground na nyinyi mko tu hapa mnapiga tu story. Huh? That is what I want to say. And this thing. Nane Nane. Leo the main focus ni Nane Nane. History ya debate tutaongea kesho. Thank you so much.
Umesikia, wale mnafaa kwenda kwa streets, tokeni kwa hii space. The rest of us are going to be here, D. But thank you for coming through. Jimmy Wawero. Crispinas.
Yes. Kibe, can you hear me?
Oh, go ahead, Jimmy.
Okay, thank you. So this is my take. So it's a high time Kenyans realize that not really Kenyans, Gen Z and millennials. So we can't just be shouting Ruto must go without a clear plan. Let me just paint a picture of what might happen if Ruto is to resign. So of course we are saying that we don't have a plan, but it might go either way. It might be positive or negative. So as for me, it's a high time now we take a step back and we come up with a clear plan. If it's waiting for 2027, we start doing the civic education as early as now. If it's registering as voters, we start doing the mobilization now, because it is very clear. Like we are losing it.
No,
we are losing
it. Jimmy.
Yes.
The guys are already on the streets. Okay.
Yes, but we are here complaining
No.
The
guys are already on the streets. Are you a Kikuyu?
I think it doesn't matter. I'm a Kenyan, and I support the movement.
No. I don't do that bullshit. So if you cannot answer my question, why would we have a
Yes,
conversation?
I'm a Kikuyu. I'm a Kikuyu.
Why was that a big deal? Are you a tribalist? Why would that bother you at all, whether you're a Kikuyu or not? And that's the bullshit you guys need to get over. Get over that nonsense. You are what you are. You didn't choose to be it, so you cannot be countering that all the time with anger. Are you a Kikuyu? No, I'm a Kenyan. I was going to give you a Kikuyu saying. That's all. That's where I was going. I wanted to see whether you know it. It had nothing. There was no sinister motive behind it. So get over yourself, okay? So I was going to ask you, do you know this saying? And maybe many of you don't know it. Modenya wago ne wago. So in Kikuyu, in translate, who is a Kikuyu here? Hold up, just mute your mic, Jimmy. Morio, are you a Kikuyu?
Yes, sir.
What did I just say?
Muthenya wago ne wago. In a translate to today being Nane Nane, maji yashamwagika. So we have to go out and demonstrate and take the country back. Hivyo ndo inamaanisha.
So Mudanyawago Newago means when you plan to go to the forest to get firewood, you don't plan for anything else. So the day for firewood is known, this is a day for firewood. So now, today is not a day for advice. Tomorrow might be a day for advice. Yesterday was a day for advice. But today is not that day. Today people are already on the streets. So today, what I want is just a message to your brothers and sisters to encourage them. Tell them, hey, you know, I am here. I may not be able to join you, or I'm on this street or whatever. That's it. Don't overcomplicate it with your intelligence. Are we together, Jimmy?
Okay, that's fine. Let's go to the streets. We are wasting time here on space then. Let's meet there in the streets. Thank you, Kibe.
Perfect. You are wasting time on the space because you came to advise us. Go to the streets. Very nice. Now we're getting somewhere. All right. Who else is here? Morio, go ahead.
So when you're in the streets, kitu nataka kuambia ni ati sisi wasanii, mimi niko diaspora, as you know, mimi niko Saudi. So as of today, I will wash even more Arabic diabs for you guys. Tunatuma pesa, so financially msiwori, tunatuma pesa, so just know we have your backs. Hiyo ndio kitu nataka kuambia. Leo imefika Nane Nane. Hapa kuna story nyingine, sijui what next, sijui tuna plan what leaders to do. Nane Nane ni leo. So hii story ya kushinda hapa tukienda back and forth, you know, sijui Muhammad sijui nani alifanya nini. Hiyo shit hataki kusikia saa hii. Ile kitu tunataka kusikia saa hii ni ati we are on the streets. Venye itaenda iende. Hakuna msee anajua ama ita go through ama ita fail. Kama ita fail, hiyo ni story ya siku nyingine. But today we have to go to the streets and make it happen. Si wako diaspora, hata namba inafaa kuwa hapo, tunafaa kuwa tunatuma pesa as we speak of now. Juu lazima tutatuma do. We have to fund this thing. Hatutaki kufanya ati hizo mama nini sijui watu wanafanya huko. Sisi ile kitu inaendelea saa hii ndo tunaenda nayo. Si wasoko kwa ground na sisi tunatuma pesa saa hii. So hiyo ndo kitu nataka kuambia wasa wanaenda huko. We have your backs. Wacha kusikia story nyingine. Tulipanga ni leo na ni leo. Siku ishafika. Muthenya wago no wago, umesikia Kibe mwambia. So wase endeni kwa streets, wanyanaenda kwa streets. Acha mimi nibaki hapa na Kibe, tubaki tukiwapea do. Sisi mimi labda niwapea do. Hakuna kitu kingine nafanya. Nimejaribu kuongea hapa, tumemobilize, tumefanya everything we can. But hakuna venye naweza wa support vingine. So nyinyi mko kwa ground. Go make this fucking shit happen. Okay.
Hey, Morio. All right. Okay. Who else is here? Engineer
Kibe. I get you.
Yeah, you're getting me. You're getting me, yes.
No, there's something I'd like to rectify. You know, some people are like they are directing you of what you should be doing. You know the reason as to why you are there. Every individual who is here knows the reason as to why he or she is here. So they shouldn't be directing you. So I only have one thing to say. We are only waiting for some minutes.
Engineer, where are you? We lost engineer. God damn. Engineer. Okay. Engineer, fundi wa mitambo ameharibu. Crispinas.
Kibe, I hear you.
Kibe.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yes.
Go ahead. You are saying what? We're waiting for a few minutes for what?
To do the changes that we should be doing, Kibe. You know, today's Nane Nane. I think you understand this best.
Okay, so it's like a coded message. It's like a parable.
Just that. That. Yeah, I don't have a lot to say. In fact, I don't have the narrations like some others do. So we only have just some few minutes to do what we should be doing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, engineer. Brief, precise, straight to the point. He knows what he was here to say. Crispinas, what do you want to say?
Yes, Kibe. Kibe, do you hear me?
Perfect.
Okay, I wanted to first motivate my brothers to just continue with what they are doing. That is the right thing. Unajua si tuko mbali, hakuna vile tutafika kwa hiyo maandamano, lakini kitu yenye inatuma these people are being tortured. Na unajua sisi tukisema watu wanauliza what next if Ruto goes, that one should never be the question, because huwezi uliza mtu what next. Nani alijua baada ya wewe kuzaliwa ulijua nini itafanyika? Tulikuwa whatever situation that bring us to there, it doesn't need to lead to another suggestion what next. Kitu yenye si tuna feel pain. Unajua tukisema Ruto must go, it started when he started killing us and we feel the pain. Na sasa hiyo ndio imetu pressure na tunasema kwa sababu Ruto si Ruto peke yake, Ruto as system. Na hiyo system ndio tunataka tuitoe. Wakati watu wa Burkina Faso, their president alisema wakati people feel they were not okay with the government, there was a coup planned by young youth. In fact, the president of Burkina Faso is a young boy. You know, let's not say even he's an older president, but in fact he has wisdom more than the older that were beyond him. So for me, kitu yenye watu, in fact watu waende kwa streets, support yote yenye they need, we shall gather for them, because hatuwezi sema Ruto must go na mnasema ati are we fighting with the spirit, are we fighting Ruto as a person, as the spirit? Let him go. You cannot remove the spirit. Since he was born, that is his spirit. You cannot change that. And I feel sympathized. I feel pathetic with those people who want to sympathize with the guy that you know we should talk in a good way. There is no good way. You know, when you are fighting, you don't tell somebody that don't beat me on the ice, don't beat me where. Whatever you will hit is the point where you will hit. You don't care what will happen. God is the one who cares what will happen, because he's the one to decide everything. So that should never be a question. I feel more angered with the way some people are here sell out. Yes, they are requesting for mic, but their point is to neutralize the idea. They spoke in a very soft way to neutralize the movement, and that is what angers us, because we cannot be neutralized by the way people talk in such a way that they have some tactics in psychology where you can drain some people's mind the way you want. I feel almost pinched by the way some people talk. And then I think my last point, you know, people are being divided here by being told that by the government. As some are, you know, you are Kikuyu, you are what? They want to divide you with your tribal lines, so that you may feel that Kikuyu want to take your position. Kikuyu want, and I want to tell my brothers from the Kalenjin, you know, it doesn't matter of the tribe. But for me, I feel pain. The way they are too much uncivilized. Yes, they are learned, but their mentality is uncivilized. The people, they don't want to learn. They feel that when they have the government, they own everything in the universe. That is not the case, because no matter, after Moi ruled for 24 years, he never changed anything. After Kibaki ruled for after leadership has been on other people's tribe, it has never changed the life of your parents. So just we want, we are Kenya, being a sovereign country, has been colonized, is still not sovereign country, because ukiangalia kuna other external factors ziko, tuko na military kutoka other countries, of which inatufanya not us being independent, na inatupush to that anger. Hata tukisema root the spirit, root the what, root the motherfucker should go. I feel like it should never be existing. The people kill their brothers no matter what. I just feel Ruto should just go. I don't care who will be there, even if it is a goat, you choose a goat. Let it be there, we direct it the way we want. But we cannot have somebody who kill us and yet want to rule us. How? While you're talking, feel the empathy that those family have been lost their beloved ones. How do they feel when somebody wants to rule you even further, even not being shameful for what he has done before to others? You just want to rule. In fact, that one tells you the guy is a murderer. The guy is anything. He doesn't care whatever you feel. He just after leadership. He doesn't care about you people. And wherever you are, just know you are fighting your own battle. The government is not on your side, and the politicians, they will never be on our side. We must understand ourselves. In fact, everyone should
Maliza,
move out of
Crispinas. Hey,
1 minute. I think some few seconds.
Finish.
I want to tell politicians, they are not there to help us. In fact, they bring them together so that they can look the way to navigate how to take the country to their. Okay, Kibe, thank you.
You see, now you fell into the same trap that I've been trying to tell you to get away from, the trap of complaining. Because these people you're talking about, don't listen to you, and the people who are listening already agree with you. Okay, so the people who are here are already in agreement. Of course, apart from the ones here who are here to spy or the haters. But the majority of everybody who's here, they agree with you. So whatever it is, the pain that you feel, they are feeling the same pain. The same issues that you have are the same issues that they have. So they have seen what's happening. So I don't want us to get caught up. Mute your mic, Crispinas. I don't want us to get caught up in doing this over and over and over again, because this doesn't take us anywhere. Today is a very simple day. It's Nane Nane. Our energy should be towards the Nane Nane movement. So the anger and the debates and all that put aside for today. Today the energy is for Nane Nane. Our brothers and sisters are on the ground. Let's not pretend like that is not happening. Right? That's all. So let's focus on that for today. If Mombi is on the streets, we still need to hear from you. Mombi, if you can come back and tell us what's happening on the streets, like from a very objective point of view. Jimmy, what's up?
What's up, Kibe?
Talk to me.
I was going to say that ulalia masikio kiasi hapo hivi.
Kwa nini?
Because I think you already established as a media house in a way. So you already have people who are going in there as civilians, but they don't have a raw footage or a raw way to show how what's going on in there. And you as a media house, in a way, you should find a way patia service za press na mics kadhaa ziko na jina ya media house yako, and then
Kuma nina zako wewe usiongee kitu kama hiyo. That's nonsense. Unaongea nini sasa? What are you saying? What are you saying? But you know, Jimmy, you're a very useless fellow. So you're telling me now when you've seen the idea, hasa unakam kuniambia wewe umelalia. Where were you 5 days ago? Niambia, hey Kibe, take this $2,000. This is the idea. But you don't have that. So you're here just to bitch. What are you here to tell me, bro? What is it? You're here to tell me what I should have done?
No, I'm just thinking right now.
It doesn't make a difference, bro. It doesn't make a difference. We are here today now. So whatever we could have done didn't happen. And now you have seen an opportunity. So
you can do it.
Can we pause that? Can we pause it for the future?
I'm saying you can do it in the future. Not
So
me.
Can we pause it for the future? So the next time when you see an opportunity, you send me $2,000 and tell me, Kibe, this is the idea, see it through. That's the kind of conversations I like, Jimmy. Don't you know that by now? Instead of coming here to bitch. Yeah.
I'm not bitching, bro. I'm just, it's a conversation.
Why are you talking about something that doesn't exist? Can we talk about Nane Nane? It's happening on the ground right now. Why don't you want to focus on that, my guy?
Something like this is gonna happen again. Just.
So now you know how to do it.
You're the raw guy.
No. Now you know how. Now you know how to do it. Don't tell me what to do. Come and let's do it together.
Okay.
Yeah, but don't be a bitch from the sideline. How am I supposed to know what your dream looks like?
That's not my dream, bro. I just okay.
This is your dream. You saw it. You have seen it. So you come and put your money where your mouth is.
No,
otherwise, who do I look
right
like?
now.
I look like I'm bored to be implementing your suggestions.
No, I just saw it right now when these guys were speaking. They're saying that they're going in there, but we don't know what's going on over there. So I'm like, the only guy who has a picture of what's going on over there, based on how we're seeing it, is people who are speaking on this space. So who's that guy? That's Kibe. He already has a media house, so he has a raw thing for normal guys to go in there and record and centralize everything for people who are not able to.
I have no problem doing anything. I just want when you see the opportunity, you bring it through the front door. But don't be those guys who just bitch full time and you're just bitching about everything.
I'm not bitching, bro. This is front door.
Jimmy. What else do you have to say? Do you have a crystal ball for us today?
Nah, that was it. Took me a mood. That other Jimmy doesn't speak for me. I'm the only Jimmy out here.
Okay. So, anything else?
Nah, but I was gonna say good luck to whatever they're doing out there. Hopefully, the country manages to become better. It's gonna be 500 years from now. But good luck.
That is such a weak way to end your submission. Yeah, maybe 100 years from now, things might turn out in your favor. Fuck you, man. Kwanza, wait, let me put it up. Jimmy has never contributed anything, anytime, anywhere. Puny ass. JM, pastor for 35 years. Is it Reverend or Bishop?
What's up, Kibe? Yeah, great submission. Nane Nane, we continue supporting the movement. Yeah, the only question I have, because I've heard people saying that we need to continue supporting the people on the ground and all that. Is there like a way through which we can do that? So because I think I know the people on the ground probably need water or something like that. But again, I encourage those who are already on the ground, Mombi and the rest of the people, let's not give up. I've seen a few clips here and there that the movement is going on in different parts of the country. I think I've had one of the what's it called, governors holding a meeting with people, trying to answer some questions. So even if it's not as massive as we had expected, I mean, the day is still young, people wanaweza kutokea, and I'm convinced that something is going to happen with the kind of movement, pressure, and the attention that we have created. So let's continue doing that. So I agree with the Nane Nane movement. Thanks, Kim.
Hey, Pastor. That must be the shortest sermon you ever preached.
I know.
Yeah.
Like one of those saying, Jesus wept.
It must have felt like that. Huh? 2 words,
Yeah.
shortest sentence in the Bible. God damn. One day we'll discuss that Jesus wept story. All right. Who else is here? C.S. Enoch Ombui. Are you there? There's a group of people out there who are disgruntled that we cannot be on spaces.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello, Kibe.
Hold up, CY. Hold up. 1 second. Let me deliver this message. So there's a group of people out there who are not quite happy with this space that we have here today, because we think they should control us, what we do with our lives. So imagine some people out there think what we're doing here is wrong, because we're not doing what it is they want us to do. Isn't that tyranny? Aren't we moving from one tyrant to another? How dare you think what I'm doing is wrong? I've not told you what you're doing is wrong. Why would you tell me what I'm doing is wrong? How? Yeah. So who are you? Who are you? And I'm talking to Kimuzi now. Kimuzi, who are you? Who are you to do what you think you're doing right now? You got fame the other day. You found me here on these spaces, and now you're doing this thing. And now you're trying to tell us what we're doing here is wrong because what you do is right, or what are you saying? So we move from one tyrant to another. Sasa tukue slaves wako. Wewe ndio unatuambia vile tutafanya. Mkiwa na watu wengine. Oh no, bro. Not me. You can bully those other people, but not me, bro. I've been on these streets for too long. I played this game for too long, bro. Me, I'm 48 years old. Some of the experiences that I have, my guy, will make it hard for me and you to have a conversation. Don't fuck around. Don't think you know because you got a few people following you. Oh no. Oh no. That's not how the game is played. You play on your side and leave other people to play. But don't. Now, you want to destroy now what we have here because you're not happy with it? Jealousy doesn't look good on you, my guy. Jealousy is a curse, bro. This curse of the black people is just horrible. Imagine. These guys can open up their spaces anytime. Nobody tells them anything. But now, because today there's something else they want everybody to do, now this space is a problem. Come on. How puny can you be? So we leave one tyrant, we come to you who tells people when they can do things. Oh, bro, fuck that. I will kill that movement myself if that's what the movement stands for. If that's what the movement is, where you cannot have, you cannot do your thing, are you going to control me? Are you crazy? You do what you have to do. You're a man just like me. Stand on your own 2 feet. Imagine such a weak man going and say, hey, let us all report this page. Fuck you. Let us all, because you cannot do it yourself. You cannot come through the front door. Mbona usikuje hapa? Mbona usikuje hapa uongee kama mwanaume? Come here and speak, open your mouth and say what it is that you want to say. Don't hide behind that nonsense. I find that to be so weak. Weakness in this, Some of these men are just shameful. Bro, from all that goodwill that you've had, all these days you've had such goodwill. Now you want to destroy that because of being petty? Petty man James. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's puny. It's lambistic as fuck. Hey! Asa Morio asisikize space juu yako, si ndio? Watukaa Samuel wasisikize space juu wewe uko na tu feelings. Chukua tu feelings bro, ingize kwa rasa. Nobody has time to deal with your puny feelings. We've been telling you this for a minute. And I've not even mentioned Kimuzi this whole time. I let him do his thing. I was like, if this guy is good for the movement, then I'm okay with that shit. But if this is the direction that you want to go down, don't make an enemy out of me, bro. Don't take my kindness for weakness. Don't make an enemy out of me, bro. I know how to fight. Ask a few people. Yeah, ask a few people, bro. I am a good fighter. Morio, unataka kusemaje? Before CS, you go. Let's move on from that.
Acha mse mwingine aongee juu. Nilikuwa nataka kuongea story ya Kimuzi because I did a fucking whole video about that because he's trying to keep this maandamano. So they have like a group of people who are trying to like wanataka kupush agenda yao. We have to follow. This maandamano belongs to them in their mind. They think they started this maandamano. They think we are fighting for them. I did a whole fucking ass video the other day. He was trying to fundraise. He was trying to fundraise the other day because there was a time nilianza hiyo story ya Middle East like especially to have jana and I tried to fundraise and they came quickly and shut it off because walikuwa na fundraise yao ya maandamano, so I took it out. So then he came out yesterday, I think yesterday or the other day, he tried to fundraise and he was the first person kuniambia niwache hiyo ujinga. First we focus on honey first fundraising. Now he's coming to tell you what to do because he thinks this maandamano thing ni yeye anafanya ni yake. Hiyo ndo tulikuwa nataka kusema. So these puny ass motherfuckers being that we go out to the streets because of them. Ni wao wanatufund, ni wao wana guide maandamano, wana try to get keep. They try to be the heroes of everything. So these frauds. So kila msee afanye Kenya anataka kufanya. Na mimi ndaka hapa nikisikiza Kibe. Hata kama utafungua hii space hadi saa 8 usiku nitakuwa hapa nasikiza. So kama msee ana catch feelings, ukatch tu mara moja uende home. Ama uende kwa unataka kuenda.
That's what's up. Samuel.
Kibe, hii media it's really galvanizing places whereby sasa tunaanza kusikia much decent voices. Ule mwenye hizi chukua decent voice nika kupeana matching orders kuona mse mwingine achukui. For instance now nika kusema usisikize TV but tomorrow unataka kusikia Kenya ilisemwa ilikuwa the right thing ilifanyika leo. I think everyone ako entitled kufanya ako their own prerogative besides anything kwa hii movement. And I think everyone anafaa tu ku dig deep just the same way because mimi nikiangalia hapa nianze kusema ati sasa imagine hii ni rally, spaces ianze kuhost rallies instead. This is like a rally. Unaona kama kungekuwa na space ingekuwa ni radio kwanza kujua jamaa wanaendaje. Everyone ako I think maybe kuinsist ile wa jamaa wako na feelings mob sana it just preempts everything I think when that feelings inakuja juu regardless of what mtu anafanya you just don't want to get involved. The feelings are too high, intentions are too high. Watu wame lose trust in anything in our society, be it the institutions tuko nazo. There's no trust in these things. Everyone is frustrated mpaka anaona mtu hawezi enda maandamano. That angers na ina frustrate him. That's just okay still, but not saying mtu mwingine hawezi take his own action. Now that's another thing. Everyone ana chip in wherever they can. And unafaa kuwa confident na kwamba if everyone does what anafikiria it's best for the movement, I think the movement itaanza kupata vision whereby everyone anataka kuwa part in the process of it. I'm really excited. Create just these emotions because these young people are really radicalized saizi. I mean, we have a young generation whereby maybe even society ama ukitaka kuwa president, whoever is a president anaangalia a society where young people already may lose trust going forward, which is a big population. It will be really hard to convince the generation to come kwamba they really need to trust even when Ruto goes away. But for now, you can't really tell anyone else. This Jamona Shakutokea. No. It's just Ruto has to go, and if that doesn't ring a bell to anyone else, it's the administrative state so far. So I think everyone's voices zinakuwa hard, but kuambia mwingine your voice is much ati yako ni better kushinda mwingine, I think that's not what this movement should be about ama inafaa kuwa about. And it's really sad kwamba it has to go to there. But I don't think itafika hapo with the energy we have, with the energy young people wako nayo, that is not going to go away anytime soon. Anytime soon. So I think even one anasema kwamba this will be the last one, it would be the last. There is no last thing. So if want to put trust in something, perhaps having a trust in private enterprises tunakuwa nazo sisi wenyewe, you know? For instance, kama this particular space that we have right here. Mimi nikiangalia space kama Ikibe or anyone ako involved with the spaces, I start to think kwamba kuna category ya the time ya spaces inafaa kuwa. Kama kuna time ya inafaa kuwa to just pure and centric rally. You throw in whatever you have. So many people want to talk overseas, everyone else are so galvanized, want to kuwa part of it. Because everyone wanna play that role. And it's a media thing. I don't want to go back to media, but this is just a media thing. And if you don't grasp that, saizi nimesikia sijui ni KTN imemerge na Citizen. You think haingefanyika hivyo kama si back kama ya maandamano? I mean, a media will come out of this. Better be equal, just on a Gen Z direction. I yield back for now.
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. I don't know if I'm heard. Personally, I support the movement. I support the spirit behind this, and I wish we do not stop, because Kenya was the one that inspired Bangladesh. They inspired Nigeria. So I think we should support each and every person on the street. Personally, I can't go on the street because I have a little kid. Lakini I could have been there. First of all, leaders in Kenya do not understand anything about leadership. Leadership is about serving the people. It's not benefiting yourself and then harassing the same people you are supposed to serve. Let's take an example of the illusion that Kenyan leaders have. Number one, if I'm a leader, I'm supposed to loot. People. It's not benefiting yourself and then harassing the same people you're supposed to serve. Let's take an example of the illusion.
Who was that who was talking?
I think we have a problem. It was me.
Oh, go ahead. And Spirits and what's her name? Jackie.
Yeah.
Today we are just encouraging our men and women on the streets. So try and focus your point on that. Okay.
Yeah. So that's the reason why.
Less of the complaining and more of the encouraging.
Yeah, I want to encourage them. Like we have an objective. You know, some people are saying the young people do not have an objective to be on the streets. Actually, they have the greatest objective to be on the streets, and anyone who is not in a position to be on the street should support. Like there's a lady in upcountry in Kakamega. She's a deputy in a school. So the Form 3s and Form 4s, the alphas or Gen Zs in that school, wamechanga pesa. They were asking, where can we send this money? You see, those are kids in high school. They're also feeling that this country is going the wrong direction. I can tell you that those in the streets, I'm a teacher personally, some of them are my students, Form 3, Form 4. So like, we should encourage them as long as they're there. And this fight should go on. If we all have an opportunity, we should get out. In fact, so that all houses should close. All of us go to the street. There's not complaining, Kibe, because I always follow your talks even on TikTok. Allow me to say this. As much as they are on the street, it is objective. Number one objective is that leaders in Kenya, they have no clue on leadership. Sasa mtu kama Aisha Juma anaenda kufanya nini, whatever post amepatiwa, ambassadorial post. The lady has no idea about leadership. She has never been in any HR class. And I pray that the new Kenya we have, for someone to hold any position, that person should, number one, have a diploma in HR so that they understand the basics of leadership. Number two, at least they should have a class in governance. I think kuna such an institute somewhere huko, I don't know, here in Nairobi. So we do not just pick anybody from anywhere, so that people do not have any diplomacy at all. They don't even know how to address the public. They are in the office to take money. That's all. That's what they care about. When it comes to voting, they dish out money. We are in the office. In 2 years' time, I'll have millions, 200 million. I'll purchase a house here in Kenya. I'll purchase a house in Dubai.
Mwalimu, you got caught up again, Mwalimu. Don't go down that road. Just focus today on a very short message to the
Okay.
Gen Z, some of who are even your students. You said so. You probably understand them better than anybody.
Yeah.
So talk to them.
I think what I want to say is that the Gen Zs should not stop until we achieve the objective, even if it means staying on the street a whole week. As long as kuna hiyo number, tutatuma. Hii number, you float somewhere, tutatuma whatever we have to provide everything that is needed. That's all, Kibe.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mwalimu. We can hear the kids in the background there. That house must be fire.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, thank you. And yes, if they know that we got their back, then it's easier for them to do what it is that they want to do. But if all this fighting and back and forth, then there's no confidence on the streets. That's why probably. Anyway, let's keep having more discussion. Mombi, you're on the streets. You have any report for us?
Yes, I am still here. Sorry, kuna noise background. What do I tell you?
No, tunakusikia vizuri sana. So, what's happening on the ground now? Watu wameanza kufika?
Watu wajaanza kufika, lakini napata some inbox and stop discouraging people. People are coming. I want to make it clear, I'm not discouraging anybody. As a matter of fact, naambia kujeni juu tulikuwa tushaamua tunakuja. Kujeni. So wale wanasema wako kwa ground na wako already on the way, it's okay, still keep coming because we already decided to take this road. Right now, I'm seeing, you know what is making me even feel bad? I see some people posting pictures of Kitambo, showing the way there's magnitude of people, but me nikiwa kwa ground, yenye naona ni chocha. And those who are saying, prove. If you cannot believe my words, I cannot insist on you. I'm not here to live into anyone's expectation, neither am I here to live up to somebody's expectation. But the reality is this: if people are coming, let them keep coming. If there are barriers, where I can say kuna watu ni pale Odeon. Right now, nimetoka those sides chini. I am here huku juu, huku almost university. So people wanatandikwa. So mkiona nime mute just to know I'm running. But it's still your expected number of people, the way we expected people watatokea. Maybe probably expectation was the problem, but still watu hawajakuja. I'm still hoping they come. I hope they come, but right now hakuna ile namba kubwa. People are just being chased away with tear gas. And if you want to know what's happening, just tune in into K24. They're showing you live feeds. We are here with the press. They'll show you exactly what is in the ground. If you go to those pages and they show you the way there are many people, I don't know, maybe other counties. I cannot say about other counties. I can only say about Nairobi, because Nairobi was the meeting point when we were holding this Nane Nane thing. But right now, kwa ground, there are just groups in front of me. Hata hakuna. Ni mimi na kikundi yangu na makarao. Maybe watu wameingia ndani ya buildings. But the status on the ground, kuna borders like 15 or something moving up and down. Kuna cops, this plain cops, wako wengi na wanatandikana. So let's keep coming. Let's keep encouraging us. You know, it helps those who are encouraging us, those who are telling us yada yada. It's okay. Zitaingia kwa masikio. It's okay. The other side, but let's see. I'll still say I will better conclude in the evening about how this whole thing will go. For now, there is no number on the ground.
Mko ngapi hapo na those guys of yours?
There are 3 guys plus me.
Hey. Okay.
Plus I've seen other like 3 ladies go like this. And plus uko mbele yangu, there is another crowd of like 5 people. And there at cooperative, there is like 6 people up or 2. But they are walking and they look like they are doing their business. But hakuna ile crowd nyo ilikuwa inakuja kusema tunabadilisha serikali, ati tunataka good governance. Au watu wanaitwaje? Watu patriots bado hawajafika. Keep coming if you're coming. Kuna wengine wananiambia tuko West tukikuja, tuko Wayaki we tukikuja. Keep coming, let's come. Tukifika kwa ground you will know. But you know the purpose also of the cops is this. I'm not sure if they're here and they're listening, but I don't know. Okay. Yes, they have to throw tear gas to us. So tukiwa huku, tear gas has to be there. But at least tukule na for a reason. Si ati ni juu tunawachokoza ati tuna. So nasikia sasa sahi they have dropped this whatever. You can hear the background clearly. They are patrolling from the top. Huko juu, you can hear them. So, but these cops when you wako in plain clothes, there are lots. There are a number of them. So keep the space open. For those who are saying space isikue, my opinion, they were for wasiweke space juna wanajua kile walikuwa intentions zao. I think Kibe umeweka space inatusaidia sana to communicate. Hata anything anyway, if something happens, at least I can scream here kiasi. But thank you for the space because it is helping. It is helping monitoring and truly showing whatever is in the ground. So that when we go back home or jioni or the outcome, we'll be able to discuss other matters because the end goal is still there. We want a good government. We want less corrupt people. Me, I'll still insist on that. When you hear me, I'll say that is what we want. And I feel we've not yet discovered that road. So we have to move fast. Hakuna time. Jusai CSS wamekuwa ushered in. So let's move. Mkisikia nikiwa emotion, nol kiasi, just consider I'm a lady kiasi na nakimbia here and there and I'm a lady. Don't take the emotional part, but listen to whatever I am saying. It may come out emotionally, but I am just like trying to pass a message. Let's not incite each other for no good reason, for something that will not bear fruits. The fruits that we want to bear is good governance. Good governance is less corruption, good leadership, and good governance. Thank you again. Na kwa ground tena nina repeat, iko empty. Hii street nyoniko Moi Avenue, I promise you it's empty. You can only be one place at one time. Right now niko Moi Avenue. Nikifika huko chini, I will be able to tell when I'm down there. But so far palimeenda huko Uhuru Park, huko chini, huko nothing, no people. Jioni.
Oh, did we lose Mombi?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was just me. All right. Let's wait for as we wait for Mombi to come. But she's already delivered her message. She said she's on the ground and she's waiting for all the people who promised they were going to town. People who promised the Mandamano, the biggest one, Nane Nane. You go. The movement is waiting upon you to do what you said you would do. University of Nairobi. Okay, UON comrade. What's up? Are you on the ground? I can't hear him. CY, can you hear me?